What's good, family? It's your boy Demond in the building, man. We talk Hawks TV. We talk Hawks daily. On our way to 10,000 subs. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Only fan channel for the Atlanta Hawks, where fans can come and voice their opinions. Y'all know how we get down at our famous post-game live show. So make sure y'all come tap in with us there and our watch-alongs. Like the video, share the video, hype the video as we continue to grow this channel for the fans, by the fans. It's your boy Demond, man. Okay, let me talk. What happened to Jaylen Johnson in game 4? Okay, Jaylen Johnson struggled in game 4 because the Knicks overwhelmed him with, they were just physical. OG Anunoby, I got to tip my cap, did a great job shutting down driving lanes against Jalen. And Jalen, this is my opinion, this is my view, but he looked a little hesitant and passive on offense, especially from 3. I think during the game, there was a couple of wild looks he had from 3, and he didn't take them. I don't know why, but regular season, he was taking those 3s, right? You see in some of the possessions, he would get it, looked like he about to shoot it, but then he stopped. I don't know why, but let's talk about it. Let's keep it a buck, man. The Knicks came in there game 4, and they punked the whole team, man. You know, Jalen said he think they came in and punked us, and we didn't match their intensity. And not my words, okay? They punked us. That's what Jalen said. And we didn't match their intensity from the jump. I can agree. And not just from the eye test, but it also showed up in the numbers, family. It also showed up in the numbers. Jalen only had 3 rebounds in game 4. 3 rebounds from my guy who was almost averaging a triple-double during a regular season. He had 3 boards. That's tied for his lowest rebounding game of the season. It's crazy, okay? My eye test told me I think we was getting beat. We was losing the 50-50 balls. The effort just wasn't there, man. And you could see it. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. I got to salute OG Anunoby. I mean, Jalen was like 4 for 12 from the field. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. 4 for 12 from the field. I think his plus minus was like 19. Yeah. OG, one thing about OG Anunoby, man, when I see him with Jaylen Johnson, and I could be wrong, y'all let me know if I'm wrong, he looked physically bigger than Jalen. Like he looked stronger, right? And I think he uses strength. And let's not forget, OG Anunoby is a champion. He has played on a championship-winning team with the Raptors. So he knows what it takes, right? And I think a lot of us Hawks fans kind of slept on OG when we see Cat, Brunson on the defense. We thinking Hart, Bridges. But OG Anunoby, to me, right now, he been New York's X factor. He's been New York, building them out with 3s and all type of stuff. But, you know, he cut off Jaylen Johnson's driving angles. And like I said, man, he had him hesitant. And I believe Jaylen Johnson plays better when he thrives, when he gets aggression. That's why I was like, I wish somebody go out there and start a fight. Because I think Jaylen Johnson better player when he just like angry for some odd reason. He took away some of Jaylen Johnson aggressiveness, man. And he had him hesitant. I mean, you could see it. He's right there during the game, man. It was right there during the game. Once again, Hawks fans, I think we can agree that Jaylen Johnson is way better in transition than in the half court. And with the Knicks applying all that pressure, we couldn't get in transition. And Jaylen Johnson, and I think Hawks fans can agree, and if you don't, let me know why. We know Jaylen Johnson is two different players when he's in transition and when he's in the half court. In transition, the dude is out of control. Don't pass. You know what I'm saying? In that half court, he's struggling. He's struggling. And guess what we saw in game 4? No transition through 3 quarters. Didn't get our first transition points until the game was already over. You know what I'm saying? Jaylen Johnson is at his best when he can push it in transition, attack cross matches, and what I always say, play downhill before the defense gets set. And the Knicks offer, well, that last point I made, playing downhill before the defense set, I believe some of that falls on Jaylen Johnson. I think sometimes in half court, I think he takes too long, especially like when he does get a mismatch. A couple times I seen Brunson on him get switched on him for some odd reason. And I'm like, bro, there's no need to wait. You don't even need to look for a pass. Go downhill on this guy, right? And I think we're not seeing that from Jaylen. You know what I'm saying? We're not seeing it from him. But I'm gonna tell you right now, we cannot win this series without Jaylen Johnson showing up to play on both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy because I don't think our defense has been too bad overall, right? But offensively, we have to get Jaylen Johnson going. Because Jaylen Johnson provides points, rebounds, assists. And without him going, I mean, look at game 3. He almost had a triple-double. Then you go to game 4. Nowhere to be found. We cannot beat this New York Knicks team in a 7-game series without Jaylen Johnson making it happen. Now, what do I think Jaylen Johnson can do to bounce back for tonight's game in game 5? Okay, I'm going to let y'all know this. This is what I think Jaylen Johnson has to do. Okay? He has to attack the basket and initiate contact on the drive instead of trying to avoid it. And let me add this before anybody says anything. I know Jaylen Johnson does not get the calls that I think he should get as an all-star caliber player, but he's gonna have to start forcing the issue, initiate the contact. You know what? If they call it, they call it. If they don't, we'll live with it. But we need him to attack and initiate contact, attack the basket. We need him to crash the glass aggressively. Game 1 and game 2, he averaged 10 rebounds a game. In game 2 and game 3, he averaged 10 rebounds a game. Game 4, he give you 3. Unacceptable. But we need him to crash the glass because we already undersized against this team. We got to gain rebound. You know what I'm saying? And he going to have to play a lot faster. Sprint down the floor. Force the Knicks to run. You know what I'm saying? When Jaylen Johnson plays with force, he become a matchup nightmare. But when he passive, OG Anunoby controls him. Okay? Another thing he need to do, speaking of OG Anunoby, attack OG Anunoby. Don't allow him to get set. Soon as Jaylen get the ball, he got the boom, make a move. Whether you're going to pass, attack, score, whatever he's going to do. Don't allow OG to get his feet set and just chill. Because we just saw in game 4 that OG can lock up Jaylen in the half court. Once again, he was 4 for 12 and he was a -19. So we either got to do a couple things. get him the ball in transition, which we struggled, or he needs to get the ball earlier in the offense before OG can load up. You feel me? We need some more screens for Jalen, some more drag screens, push off on defensive rebounds, run early post seals before help get there. But he has to get downhill. Those are his best games, when he get downhill before the defense gets set. Once again, at half, we struggle in the half court, man. Another thing he got to do, okay, bruh, shoot the ball. Okay, shoot the ball. What I mean, shoot the three. Jaylen Johnson is shooting 45% from three in the series. But for some reason in game 4, he was hesitant, which was crazy to me because Kuminga was 0 for 6 and he letting that bad boy fly. Jaylen Johnson, you get that three, shoot it. Shoot it. Okay? You have improved tons as a three-point shooter. We know you can knock that down. I'd rather for you to shoot it than be hesitant, and then the offense stalls in the half court. Now New York is set. Now we struggling. Shoot the ball. Shoot rhythm threes. Don't second guess yourself. Listen, if you don't shoot it, I mean, it's just like you playing into New York hands. Because just like with Dyson Daniels on the floor, it allowed the Knicks to shrink the floor and eliminate driving lanes, man. Shoot that. Shoot it. Need you to shoot it. Okay? All right, here's another thing. You got use him as a short roll playmaker when the Knicks blitz CJ McCollum. Game 4, that's exactly what the Knicks did. Blitz CJ McCollum. They trying to get CJ McCollum out of the game because he was the one killing them in game 2 and game 3. So they blitzing him. This is what we need Jalen to show up, because CJ drawing 2 dudes. What's the counter we got when they blitz CJ, though? You feel me? Putting Jalen in short roll. Getting 3 versus 2 situations, if possible. You see what I'm saying? We need our 3-point shooters. Y'all got to be ready to hit these threes. You feel me? So attack the rim, hit the corner shooters if they there. And corner shooters, you got to make them. Okay? You got to make them. But we need that New York, that defense got to collapse so these dudes can make these threes, and that defense will collapse when Jaylen Johnson start attacking and forcing the issue. You feel me? Quinn gonna have to get OG Anunoby. If we in that half court, he gonna have to get OG off Jalen, bro. Okay, got to get him off. You see how many screens we run Brunson, and I ain't talking about all these little ghost screens neither. Real screens so we can get Jaylen Johnson free. Every time I look up 00 setting a ghost screen, run those double screens with Dyson and 00 when we run that action at the top. More double screens for Jaylen Johnson, man. And Jalen attack. You feel me? Attack. You know what I would love to see? I would love to see us try to get switches, get Jaylen Johnson and get the switches and end up with Brunson on them. We don't ever do that. I think I saw it one time, but then Jaylen Johnson didn't even attack Jalen Brunson. He bailed him out. I think he passed out of it the last time I saw it. But get these screens. Get Jaylen Johnson on some smaller defenders. Get OG Anunoby off of him, man. You feel me? We got to improve the spacing, man. If we want Jaylen Johnson to go downhill, you got to have a driving lane for him to attack, to use. Okay? Do not let these people fool you. Use your eyes, family. Okay? Game 4 showed our spacing collapse. Why? When you got multiple non-shooters on the floor. Okay? Don't let nobody tell you different. When you got a Dyson Daniels out there, okay? Dyson Daniels has zero gravity. He creates no spacing. And then you wonder, which I tried to tell y'all during the regular season when Jaylen Johnson would attack, how come it's always two people contested? Because Dyson Daniels, man, right, it's sagging in the paint. But, people tell me I don't know ball. Okay? Better spacing gives you better lanes to attack to the basket. Okay? We need to have shooters on the floor at all times. Respectable three-point shooters on the floor. Like I don't want to see Kuminga on the floor with Dyson Daniels. Because me personally, we know Dyson ain't a three-point threat. And me, in my opinion, if I'm the Knicks, I'll let Kuminga shoot three. I'll live with Kuminga shooting three. I'll live with it. And you saw what happened in game 4. They let him shoot it. 0 for 6. You need to have shooters on the floor. And it might come to a point where you're going to have to sacrifice some of this defense for shooters. Point blank, period. So you can open it up so Jaylen Johnson can attack. You see what I'm saying? Kuminga, when Kuminga come in the game, he should be attacking. He should be cutting, not in a corner. Okay? And I've said this numerous times. Jaylen Johnson should always be on the floor with a minimum of 2 shooters. Nothing less. Okay? So I'm going to tell y'all like this, man. Jaylen Johnson, if you play with force, attack early, okay? Use him in a short roll creator instead of an isolation scorer, okay? We can win game 5, okay? They figured out Jaylen in game 4, but we got counters that we can do. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me know what you think. Am I wrong? Am I right? You agree? You disagree? Do I know ball? I don't know ball. Y'all let me know, man. The comments below, man. Tap in with your boy, man. We Talk Host TV, man. Jaylen, we need you to show up tonight, my boy. We cannot beat these dudes without you. Straight up and down. Okay? It's your boy, Demond, man. I'm up out of here. Peace.